There have been characters leaked that are coming to Marvel Strike Force. What are they for? What are their teams for? And is it a big disappointment or a big happy surprise? We're also having some grindy Blitz events going on right now in Marvel Strike Force with Born Away. And has a brand new character ruined an entire game mode? We're talking about all of these things and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. It is the month of Halloween. I am joined by my brother, MrHartgrave. And if you're ready for it, Valley Club, MrHartgrave, tell them what they can do.
Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Hello. What is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're having fun in Marvel Strike Force despite a lot of the grind that is going on in the game right now. And if this is your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. There's at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel, whether the game is in a good state or a bad state. We're covering it all. And we do this news update every single week. This week, I am joined by my brother, MrHartgrave. It is the month of Halloween. How are you doing, MrHartgrave?
Oh, I'm ready for it. I got the 12-foot skeleton back here, and we are.
I like it. You're all ready. You're all set. And but I think you're like 24/7 prepped. Oh, you got some nice jack-o'-lanterns on the tie. I like it. Now, a different question here. How are you enjoying Marvel Strike Force right now?
Oh, it's blitztastic.
Oh, yes. And I know there's some extra salt from both of us in this video because of all the blitz grinding that I know that you're doing and me that I'm trying my best to do. As you'll see with these milestones for this Helicarrier class, I'm not doing very much blitzing, but it's still a very grindy time. For me, from a certain game mode, for you, for Blitz. But let's get into our first topic of the week. And if you guys are listening to this, the podcast version of this, give it a 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening to this on. Now, we've had some leaks this weekend, over on msf.gg, the site associated with Marvel Strike Force. We've got leaks of 3 characters, and actually a 4th that we don't see on the screen, but we will talk about him. Black Panther from 1 million BC. So that would be the 2nd or 3rd Black Panther in the game, depending how you look at it. We have Dark Beast, so the 2nd Beast coming to the game. Nakia, and then the last character that we're gonna talk about is Zombie Iron Man from that What If series. Now, when you saw this, did this excite you or did this disappoint you?
Yeah, I don't really care. One way or the other, it doesn't affect me too much. I tend not to buy too much into speculation, so not the biggest deal. It's interesting. I mean, what we're looking at right now with like Wakanda characters coming, as a person who's invested like a whole lot into Wakanda, I'm wondering how much of my current investment is gonna, hold with these new characters, or if it's gonna be a whole new team, or what's going on.
It looks like it's going to be a whole new team with some overlap for the current Wakandans that are in Cosmic Crucible. Looks like it's going to be a raid team. It also looks like a new team for, it's not a raid team. They were a raid team. Then they became a Crucible team. It looks like they're going to go back to War Offense. Also another new team, an Undying team associated with Zombie Iron Man for War Offense. And then the Deathseed team for the Mutants that I want to talk about first. Now, this was associated with our boy Beast. Now, I don't want to get too much into kits because, like you said, it is just Datamines at this point. But as far as the rumors that have been associated with it, we have this Deathseed team. The rumors are supposed to be that Archangel is the horseman on this team. There's supposed to be a solution for the mutant raid section of Doom. And in this kit here, it mentions Mr. Sinister. Dark Beast apparently can clone. Mr. Sinister is mentioned in the kit. So is Mr. Sinister getting a rework? The rumors before these leaks came out were that Magneto, Psylocke were supposed to be getting reworks to go in that team. And we're supposed to have a 50-50 chance of Nightcrawler going on that team. The 5th member of that team was not known. this could be the one of the other members replacing Nightcrawler, because that was only a 50% chance, or this could be the fifth of this team. But Mr. Sinister is also mentioned, so I'm wondering if he's also getting a rework, or maybe his rework went in place of someone like Magneto. What are your suspicions with this team here?
See, that's the problem with all these data mines and speculation is, I mean, you can really box yourself into a corner if you buy into it and maybe don't understand. Like, this is the first I'm hearing about Mr. Sinister. The word that has been going around has been like Magneto and Psylocke, which I haven't moved on. I haven't added any gear to them. I haven't added any levels to them. The most I'm doing is I'm farming some Isotope 8. Just because, like, hey, if there's a controller coming and a brawler coming, let me just make sure I'm ready to take them to, you know, Isotope 8 level 5 when they come out, if it comes out or whatever. What's the mention of Mr. Sinister in the kit that
it says in this special for Dark Beast, someone cloned over the primary target. This clone scales with Mr. Sinister's stats. So
no, this is just a typo.
Instead of the primary target.
It's a typo.
It's a typo.
They copy pasted Mr. Sinister's kit onto, because he's going to do the same thing as Mr. Sinister.
It could
and
be.
We're looking at a typo.
It could just be a typo that they copied and pasted. They wanted the Dark Beast to have a thing. And of course, this is not official. This is all leaks that went live on msf.gg. So a lot of this could be changed. The characters could be changed on all that. But the rumors that Mini Ball is at has been pretty accurate as far as the Horseman predictions and who is coming for each patch, even some of the random characters, which is why I'm thinking this is the characters that are coming. But like you, I'm not putting any gear into any of these characters. No gear goes into any characters based on rumors of reworks. I mean, I don't even have gear to put up for my Underworld team that that a lot of people are building and say is very, very good right now. But yeah, I wouldn't do anything about this, but it is nice to know that these characters may be coming, maybe helping us plan, maybe not having us keep gearing our Axemen if these rumors end up being true. Anything else you want to say about this Deathseed team before we move on to the next team here?
That's a very good point, actually, that you just brought up. The one bit of information that I would gather from this is if you're about to dump a whole bunch of gear or whatnot into Astonishing X-Men, I would not do that right now. Like, hold off until this is finalized or announced, because I think with the new mutant, which we've been saying for a long time, like we knew it was like 80% the new raid team was going to be mutant, the new death team was going to be mutant. And that was going to basically turn Astonishing X-Men into the next symbiotes, which is basically useless. Went from like an apex amazing team to total crap at the bottom of your roster, right?
Well, they've had their time. They've had their time in this sun. The X-Men have.
Yeah, they had a good long run, and people are even using them like in the Doom 3, although they have their shortcomings on the Doom 3.4, they kind of fall apart. So I'm excited that we're getting a new team. The other thing that I thought about when I saw these reworks, if the death team includes Magneto and Psylocke, great characters, because remember at some point we're going to have to take the Horseman character out of this team and put it into the Apocalypse team.
Yes.
Great replacements are going to be Beast and Mystique if Magneto and Psylocke end up being part of the team. Those characters already have synergies with Magneto and I think the better one being Beast. So I think if you are still going, if you need to invest in Astonishing X-Men, an investment in Beast is still going to hold. I think the combination of Beast and Dark Beast is very viable and good.
I think I would still wait, at least till these are official. Maybe start storing up the resources that you intend to allocate towards these characters, but don't do anything until like we get official information, because they could change all this. And as you know, Mr. Hartgrave, even when things are official, everything is subject to change. Kits, characters getting buffed or nerfed months later, as we're going to talk about with Agatha. But yeah, nothing is official. But yeah, save your resources, and I like those combos. And hopefully we'll get some changes to the cooldowns of Magneto, because that will make him a little more valuable in the raids. Let's talk about the next character here, and that is the Black Panther from 1 million BC. And as you see in his tags here, he has that War Dog tag. I saw this on Reddit, and I thought it was interesting that we have Black Panther, 2 Black Panthers on the team, yet the team is called War Dogs. Aren't panthers large cats of prey, and not dogs? Why couldn't they call this like the Battle Cats or Thundercats or something like that? Why, Mr. Hartgrave?
I have no idea, but that thought definitely came to my mind as well. I'm like, war dogs.
All right, yeah, I'm not the only one that saw that and thought that was funny.
These are clearly cats here.
Yes, the Battle Cats. All right, so as based on this, if these kits come out to be true, they're going to be used for war offense. Now, what they look like the Wakandans are like the team that goes everywhere. They're the ultimate raid team. They're the ultimate Crucible team, and now it looks like with some new characters and some potential reworks, they're gonna be a war offense team. Is this gonna be a trap team, or is this gonna be a scourge team, or is this gonna have some value outside of war offense, in your opinion?
What kind of tags do they have? Are they like what's the trait on them? Mystic?
Mystic is for the Black Panther, and as for Nakia, she is a skill character.
All right. We're still all global, and we're still all hero. So they definitely have applications in Scourge. Are they better than Wakanda though in Scourge? Like our base vanilla Wakanda, which is kind of designed for raids, so it has all this heal mechanic. Who is going to get replaced out of here? I'm assuming that Okoye isn't going anywhere.
I would think that as well, because and maybe Black Panther and Okoye and Shuri go on this team if that's where they're leaning towards.
Getting rid of Killmonger would actually be really good for Scourge because he's villain. He doesn't. You can't like if there's a hero section, Killmonger's the one you got to drop anyways. So bringing in one of these characters to replace Killmonger is really good. Plus Killmonger has like other teams. Yeah. He's going on Mercs.
The military skill. He's like all over the place. He's the Wong of Marvel Strike Force.
I also find he's good in Crucible to have him there, but he's not like linchpin. He does some good stuff, but I would even replace him in Cosmic Crucible. I would remove him. M'Baku could also go. He doesn't really do a whole lot. Basically, your 2 main members of Wakanda that have all the power are Black Panther and Okoye. So I think I won't be upset with any of this as long as my investments in Black Panther and Okoye hold and are part of this War Dog team.
Okay, yeah, and hopefully they are. Hopefully there's some overlap, and to give you more use of Shuri. Maybe Shuri goes on all teams, then you could start to build her, and she'll give you use in Crucible and War, and I don't know, maybe those raids one day. Maybe they'll be dominant there like they should have. All right, last character that I want to talk about is this guy, Zombie Iron Man, and if you look, he has that Undying trait, and if we look down, it says that he has some synergy with Hela right here. On war offense, if Hela's an ally, spawn all non-summon allies, gain defense up for 2 turns. Do you think this is another copy and paste, or this Undying team is going to be associated with Hela, Greg, and maybe more zombies coming to the game, or maybe other characters that could fit this Undying team? What are you suspecting with this? Is this going to be a trap team?
Yeah, that's wild that people are jumping to Hela because of what might just be them copying and pasting a kit. That's so interesting that the community might be like so on the wrong track with this because they don't understand like basic object-oriented programming. Anyways, one thing I wanted to say about Zombie Iron Man is when I picked this up, I got this little guy here.
Oh, nice.
And when I got my gigantic Zombie Iron Man, I said, this is a character that should be in Marvel Strike Force, and it would be like printing money if they did something like this. And I think I called it, and I might even have, maybe developers are watching the MrHartgrave channel.
Was that a leak that you had information to, that you were privy to that information, and was kind of hinting the community that you knew what was coming here?
I think I knew all along. He's been in the background of my set now for months, and I saw it coming.
Now,
it's crazy smart, dude. Don't stop here. We need zombie Captain America. We need zombie Hulk. We need zombie
Scarlet Witch. Zombie Scarlet Witch. Give a strong Scarlet Witch in the game.
Oh, just rework her into Zombie Scarlet Witch, please.
Wait, give her another costume that's not black and white. Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah, please at least give us the costume of Zombie Scarlet Witch and have her go on this team and be good on this team. Something. Yeah. You gotta build her tier 17 and she's awful.
She's good on Darkhold. She's just not good on any other team.
I hate it when they take a really rotten character.
She's acceptable on Darkhold.
I hate it when they take a really rotten character and then force you to build it. That's like the most disgusting thing this game does. Like Winter Soldier, the list goes on, right? Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch.
Phantomic's the most recent example, I think. Yeah, She-Hulk and some of the other characters. Yeah. Look, we have more mention of Hela now also in the special and the passive and the ultimate. It also mentioned Undead as Guardians. It mentions Greg, so I don't know. Maybe this is not copy and paste because Hela does have that.
A little more solid. That looks if on war offensive Hela's an ally gain safeguard. That's a new line of text, so I'm guessing that's legit then.
Yeah, and we go down to the basic here or the ultimate here. In war, if Hela's an ally, remove charge from the enemy with the most resistance.
Interesting. I know why they do that. They say that normally the biggest threats on the team are the ones with like the highest resistance stat.
Yeah.
So that's why they write that in there. It's not even like a targeted thing. It's just like, we know we make all the good characters have high resistance.
Well, that begs another question though, because sometimes things can be resisted, sometimes things cannot be resisted. And is some like removing some charges, removing revive onces. Sometimes it can be resisted, sometimes it can't. It depends on the character and what's in the background of their kid. So
this reminds me of passive abilities. Sometimes the rule is a passive cannot trigger a passive unless it does.
Yeah, there's no rules. They make these rules and they bend them and break them, and so there's no rules. They're just sort of guidelines that they follow. There's no hard fast rules that they follow here. All right, and we had a pretty good Blitz event last week, but this week we got one of the trashiest events that I could remember. This is a very, very grindy event. It does not seem fun, and this is associated with this monthly milestone reward. I don't even know if I'm gonna get this big piece here for this organic webbing because I don't wanna be blitzing all the time. I know you're pushing a little harder than I am at this event. Actually, a lot harder than I am at this event. Where are you right now as far as your score, and how much blitzing are you doing? Are you doing those full 8 rotations per day? Are you less? Are you using charges and doing more? What are you doing for this, and where are you at?
Yeah, this is the only thing making this better is that I did convince community manager Archangel to do it with us.
Nice.
And what he's doing, which brings a smile to my face, and everybody else too. Anybody that knows about this is just happy that someone from their team is suffering with us. Full suffering. We're checking in like every 2 hours. Like he's doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Good.
And that's what we're doing. Every 2 hours, 40 wins. For 7 days, we're going all 7 days. We're gonna go all the way down to milestone 30 because what I want him to do, what I want him to experience is doing all this blitzing for 7 days and then getting 1 training orb. I want him to feel that. Yeah.
Well, I want him to know what that is like. That doesn't suck, MrHartgrave. That is an awesome reward. Anyway.
But me personally, right now, I have 45,820 points. I'm looking at milestone 24.
You dirty blitz grinder, you.
Yeah.
I think I gotta grind harder. But you said you did have a war. You did have 2 wars, right?
Yes. We've had 2 wars so far. We're on our second war.
That makes me feel a little better with my score here. We've only had 1 war so far, so yeah. All right. Hopefully it evens out. But yeah, this blitz is not a fun event, Scopely. We've had a good event where how many blitz rotations did you do at the past event? Maybe 1 or 2? I think I was done with it in the first day, and it was like a 7-day event.
Which is fine. And me and Archangel, I think it's great because every day he gets more and more agitated, and he just starts sending me, messages that, he just hates me, which is great. I love it. So Every day gets worse. The first day is not a problem. We agreed. It was like, hey, this isn't so bad. You know, 1 day of heavy blitzing. And that's what the last event was. It was 1 day of heavy blitzing and it was over. And I was like, okay, this is fine. Doing that every couple of weeks, yeah, I'm not going to cry over that. Doing it for 7 days in a row, just even by the second day, you just start to lose your mind and get really upset.
I didn't mind doing those 3 days of hard grinding. I didn't, a week of hard grinding though, I can't do that. And I got character shards when I did that before. This, what am I getting? Progress towards a month-long milestone that will give me some orbs that I might be able to grind. And it's not even, after doing this for a week, it's still not even the shards that I would get for a Blitz release character. As bad as those Blitz releases were, this is much worse because this is for a whole lot of nothing.
But
just progress towards the monthly milestone. That's it.
Another thing I wanted them to experience for themselves down there at Boundless is they did say that they improved the blitzing experience now, because now you can get a jackpot of 1,000 blitz credits.
Oh yes,
yeah.
But an average of 15. So how many bad pulls do you have to offset that 1,000 if you get that to bring that average back down to 15? Because that is what the blog post said.
Valley, I don't even notice. I don't even know, because I'm just trying to go through it. When you're doing that many blitz rotations, you don't have time to look at how many blitz points you get. You're just blitzing.
Yeah, I don't notice either, but yeah, so I don't know. I've seen some 10s, I've seen some 11s. I think I get a lot of those if they're gonna eventually give me that, because it says the average rewards you could expect will be 15, not the most prevalent rewards, the average. So yeah, just know that based on this blog post here, guys, if you are getting the 1,000, you're gonna get some trashy pulls just to bring that average down.
Oh yeah. It just when it averages to 15, which is 5 higher, like, come on, guys.
We're in the money, MrHartgrave.
Doing like it's the average that matters, not the 1,000 that you might get once a month or whatever of insane blitzing.
Hey, even if I got 1,000, that would be 1,000 points towards this event, which I need. I need what? Where do I need to get to for this? For milestone 28, I need 67,000 of those. I need to hit that jackpot 67 times.
I keep asking Archangel how he feels about that experience, if that is improving it, and I think he's answered every time with things that I can't repeat here on your channel.
All right, well, yeah, I guess you should be grinding Blitz unless you suck. Let's move on to the next trashy event here, and that is this coordinated assault. Now, previously, this used to be at 100,000. Then they moved us up to 134,000 to complete this whole thing. Now it's 141,000. I don't even know if my alliance is gonna do this whole thing, which means less progress towards these spider spliced genes and that trashy 2099. Why are these events getting worse and worse and worse, or at least seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse, MrHartgrave?
I don't know about this one. Look, I've turned in 6,144 points on this myself.
On the coordinated assault?
Yes. And that's free to play.
I'm at 55 here.
Right? So if your whole alliance is turning in, what they can possibly turn in free to play, they're fine. Some people in my alliance, which is up at the top, have only turned in like 2,000 points. I don't think most alliances are actually putting in the effort here to get these rewards. And
well, that's the problem here, because this is an alliance-based event. You need your entire alliance to do this event properly for individual rewards. And when it was a low threshold, like 100,000, I mean, even 134 wasn't that bad, but now at 141, if you miss this last piece for this, it's the whole month is gonna feel off.
Well, it's actually okay as long as they do the points the way they did it last month. Last month there was like an extra 10,000 points extra. I finished the monthly milestone doing all my work like a good boy should. Right? I got in all my points, and I still collected like 10,000 points past what I needed to do.
But are they going to do that again this month? Because of course there's no consistency. Sometimes we get a lot of extra buffers. Sometimes we get nothing. I mean, we've had different things every single time we've had one of these month-long events. Some have been more friendly than others. This one seems worse, especially with
your-
some of the data mines that we're going to get in just a little bit.
Your alliance is actually higher than my own.
Oh, wow.
We only have 117,000 in.
Okay. So we're beating you as an alliance, but I'm not beating you as far as my blitz grinding, as far as these trashy events.
No one can beat me with that, but
right.
I'm definitely gonna let my alliance know that they need to stop sucking.
They should stop sucking. I hate it when your alliance sucks, MrHartgrave. You gotta get them back on track there.
Absolutely.
All right, but there's some other issues in the game, MrHartgrave. There are some issues in the game. I'm gonna talk about one of them here. Why does this web store feel like my phone or PC is only 512 megabytes of RAM? So there's some issues with the web store right now, especially with all these events that are tied to the web store. This trashy, according to Salt Milestone, has some things that are associated with the web store. This spider splice genes and this future whatever this 2099 one is called. That one's associated with web store, but some people can't even use it or have such bad lag that it's not even worth using it. What is your experience with the web store?
I hate it. Everybody hates it, but the thing is, it's not going anywhere. They're not.
Can it be improved though? If they're going to make us use this, is there a way that they can improve it, or do they have a desire to improve that store?
I mean, we could ask the same questions about Marvel Strike Force, and I think we're going to get the same answers.
Probably. Well, maybe we should maybe we should do a game jam, MrHartgrave, and then all these issues will be solved magically the following week.
Let's do a creator jam. Let's all take the week off.
I like it. All right.
Do something else.
So yeah, your opinion is it's here to stay. Hopefully they fix it if it is here to stay. Other thing I wanted to mention was game lag. Are you experiencing a lot of game lag right now on any of your devices? I know you play on a few of them, that's why.
I was last night, for sure. Right around when reset happened, the lag was really, really awful, and they were having I think we're going to talk about some of those issues that they were having.
And I wonder if that was related to Tower, because Tower had some issues yesterday as well. And the day before, and when it started.
They've mentioned before that they had to change the way Blitz works because of all the server pings. Maybe they should stop making us blitz hardcore, or change the way blitzing works so maybe we can blitz all of our teams with like one button press to reduce the lag on the server so their stupid game runs better, huh? All right.
Or just say screw blitz, get it out of the game. It's been an old, antiquated game mode. We don't need blitz anymore because it was cool during year one, but yeah, no, it's not very good anymore. All right, next issue I want to talk about.
Wait, we got 40 teams now? I mean, you talk about a drain.
43, maybe 44 soon.
What a drain on the server to have everyone pinging the server, like 43 times, which
every
adds
2
up.
hours in a game mode that nobody enjoys, that there's no fun with, there's no value in it. It's just mindless time, and it's wasting resources and lagging the community. Yeah. That's a super stupid decision. Further game login metrics that are so valuable to them. The last thing I want to mention: support tickets. I've got reports that there's a lot of auto fills with the customer support. It's just like bots that are responding and closing tickets erroneously. Have you had to write into customer service? And if so, what has been your experience so far or recently?
I haven't wrote in recently. I tend to write my complaint and then just not go back in, and then hope that whatever I was complaining about shows up in my inbox.
Me too.
Yeah, that's kind of the mode, right? Just write in the complaint. Hey, let's see what happens, and I don't really follow up because they don't really follow up.
No, they don't. All right, let's talk about more bugs in the game. This was sent in by Run7 this morning. And we could look at what's happening here. If we look at this, there's an immunity on Morgan Le Fay. Emma Frost does her move, gets the extra hit from Icarus. Icarus kills their Icarus, which means that blind should go on Morgan Le Fay from that ultimate from Emma Frost, but goes through the immunity, which begs the question: is this a phantom buff? Is this a phantom bug? One of those debuffs that have been present for forever in the game that the devs, for some reason, cannot seem to recreate it. I guess they don't play arena battles, because if you just play one arena battle, you would get that multiple times per match. But the devs, I guess, they're too busy and too lazy to play even one arena battle. So is this because of the phantom buffs and debuffs, or is this some new thing that Emma is doing, or is it an interaction with Morgan Le Fay? Is it the interaction with Icarus? What is going on with this one, in your opinion?
Yeah, it's probably a phantom buff, and I think like the thing that I want them to do is to change the way buffs are displayed anyways. At this point, we have characters getting insane amounts of buffs and debuffs where you can't even tell what's going on. If the character, this is an old system. Back when we used to have, less buffs and debuffs, and used to be able to apply less buffs and debuffs, and it used to work great. Now, most of the time, it's impossible to tell what is happening, and I just ignore it. And I go off of like memory.
And walls of text and some characters' passives and ultimates, and I don't know if the game could even keep track anymore.
Yeah, if you hold on one of the characters, like Wakanda's probably the worst. The Wakanda mirror match kind of shuts the game down because of all the buffs.
Yeah.
Like
that's creating a lot of lag too, Scopely.
Yeah. That's got to get worked out. Like I don't know what they got to do. They have to find a way to simplify this, make it more elegant. I don't know.
They have a very fragile framework. They need to like hardify it or something, make it stronger. All right, but
drink its milk, take its vitamins, say its prayers.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Say your prayers, take your vitamins, get your sleep, do your training, Scopely, because I don't think any of those elements are present right now in the Scopely offices. Yeah, fix your framework, brother. All right, you know what else may need fixing? One of my most hated characters in the game, which is actually one of the best characters, it is this evil, trashy, dirty, wasteful, stupid character, Spider Weaver. And I have reports that Spider Weaver is bugged right now. Some of the bugs that I've got reported are that when she's stunned, well, she's still doing her moves, and when she's hitting with her ISO 8 attack, well, not preventing revives. Are there any other bugs that you are aware of with Spider Weaver? Because there's probably a lot of them, but they probably won't be fixed till 7 months later.
I mean, she casts such a big web with her ultimate that it just catches all the bugs.
All of them.
All the bugs are just trapped in her web, man. She's awesome.
So she steals bugs from other characters and applies them to herself. How dirty is that, Scopely?
Take bugs from other characters and apply them.
Oh my goodness. Don't bring in a President Loki against her, because then she'll T-pose the game as well.
T-pose. I don't know. I love the chaos. I love that you don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen.
There's no planning in Marvel Strike Force. Devs don't plan this game out, so we can't plan our battles out because we don't know if there's real buffs, if there's off buffs.
The game's boring without this. What are we going to do? I like to see what's going to happen with Spider Weaver today.
Yeah, what do you want? Your you want your game like a box of chocolates where you don't know what's happening? That's excitement for me, guys.
I like that. I got to start using her in raids. I've never put her in a raid. I wonder what kind of bugs happen there.
Oh, interesting stuff there. We should try that out. I think we'll try that out in stream tomorrow morning. But before we get into that, I want to talk about this Crucible match, which I'm not doing very good on right now. But I guess the thing is, I want to ask you, has Spider Weaver ruined Crucible for you? No,
not at all. No, there's counters to her. You can beat her.
All right.
You can beat
so
that.
what are some of the Tangled web counters or some Spider Weaver 2099 counters with some hybrid teams that you have that you're using right now?
I'm smiling because I know exactly what you can do on this. I don't know if you can do it though.
This is my defense.
Oh, okay, that's your defense.
That's why it's not very strong. I don't have a lot of good characters on defense right now.
I could beat that one. And what I would use on this, and the video is on my channel as well, which is pretty awesome. Nice.
Wakanda beats them.
Wakanda beats it.
Would a small Wakanda like this beat them?
I don't know about your Wakanda. No, your Wakanda.
So I have no solution for them. All right, I have no solution for them.
Oh, there's other stuff too. So if you don't have Wakanda, I love that Wakanda does smash this up, because what you can do is you can kill Weaver before her turn.
All right, how big do I need to get my Wakandans before I could fight Weaver?
I would say the only characters you really need huge are Black Panther and Okoye, and maybe a little bit of Killmonger. Shuri and M'Baku don't matter in this.
Oh, the one character that I have built up doesn't matter.
Yeah, that one doesn't matter.
All right.
She's pointless.
Right. Now, I'm also hearing about some counters to this Tangled web team because of, with some sacrifice teams, taking in the sacrifice team to eat up the ultimate of Weaver, eat up the ultimate of 2099 when you go in. Much easier fight. Have you tried that before your Wakandan counter?
Yeah, I've done stuff like that too, but there's a one-shot solution to it as well. So another thing that works on this, on Web Warriors with Spider Weaver, I haven't tried it straight, but I did attack them. Like what I normally do when I see Web Warriors is I use Uncanny X-Men. So I use that, I got beat, and then I went in with Dark Hunters. Now I think you can just go in with Dark Hunters and win, but what you can do with Dark Hunters is if you can aim everything at Spider Weaver, you can kill her before her turn once again, because everything the Dark Hunters do is like unblockable.
Got it. And
it can't miss. So even if she does do her ultimate, they don't care because they don't miss.
I like that. I like that. All right, so a few different solutions. I haven't found anything reliable yet. I tried my Elsa because of her extra pings and the dodges, and that wasn't very successful either. So I've had a few counters for them.
The most reliable counter, and what works even on a full Tangled web, even if they have Noir and Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible. But I beat it yesterday, and video is up on the channel. I think tomorrow. This is going to hit YouTube tomorrow. This is going to be on my channel. Emma, Cable, Zemo, and Eternals.
Emma, Cable, Zemo, and the Eternals.
All the speed and Eternals, and you can take them out.
And who are you ability blocking? Weaver with the Zemo?
Yes, you got ability block Weaver with the Zemo.
Okay, that's the only question. The rest of the video, how to do that match, that's going to be up on Hartgrave's channel tomorrow. So the link to his channel is going to be down below. Let's move on to the next annoying team. And I found a few different solutions that work with this team, but nothing consistent. Some days the teams that I take in wins. It's exact same team the next day does not win, and I'm not sure what the order and everything is, but the Gamma team has been a problem for me. What are you using consistently with Gamma?
100% Gamma on Gamma every time. Super easy mirror match.
Okay, what if you accidentally have them placed on defense like this, and you still have a Gamma that you need to beat? What would you do at that point?
What if I'm accidentally, putting this team on defense because I don't like other people?
Accidental defensive selection, MrHartgrave. If you accidentally place them there, what would you do?
Oops! I play a really strong team on defense.
I meant to place them on offense, but I placed them on defense. Silly me.
Yeah, your defense is kind of nasty, man. Like this is you're really short up here, kind of turtle.
I'm switching that for next week for these Datamines that we're getting.
Yeah, I don't know what you would do against because what you have to do is you can't hit Red Hulk.
No.
And you take out She-Hulk first, because if you don't take out She-Hulk, you have to stun She-Hulk, or else she's gonna keep throwing your debuffs back at you, and she does like mega damage with that.
I've tried some teams with Doom and Star-Lord, giving that energy to Doom, but that's not a consistent team.
Oh no,
Red Guardian, their Eternals I've tried, but again, sometimes these teams work, sometimes they don't. It's just the consistency is not there. Like this morning, my Star-Lord died super early because it did nothing. But and other days, the blind gets applied to She-Hulk. She puts it right back on our Doom and screws everything up. So that is not a consistent match. But I guess I'm gonna have to take him off of defense.
I would say Unlimited X-Men could have a shot. Another great team on this. Actually, another team I did use
Unlimited beat everybody, so that's not it.
Oh, I didn't see. I meant Uncanny. Sorry, Uncanny.
Oh, and Uncanny. Okay.
Because if you get Storm right now with the global buff that's going on, her ultimate can probably one-shot this whole team. which is
Okay.
absurd. The other thing that works on this, though, and the smaller the gamma, the better, is Wakanda. Once again, Wakanda can take this out.
All right, so
Your gamma, my Wakanda, I would have to use my own gamma on. But if it's a smaller gamma, once you get a kill with Black Panther, you can just chain right through them and take them all.
all right, so the two teams that you have built up bigger than most people, the Wakandans, and I know you have a crazy big Storm, so
Yeah.
that's the, all right. So I might have to build those, but if you guys have any other solutions for this Tangled Web Trashy team, with or without the Web Warriors, I'm seeing a lot more just Tangled Web with hybrids now, and not too many Web Warriors anymore. Or the Gamma, a reliable solution, not something that works one day and doesn't work the next day. Let me know in the comments, and let's get to the next nerf that happened. We keep talking about nerfs that happened 7 months later. Well, that is what happened with Agatha this week. In Friday's blog, is reported a bug was recently discovered with Agatha Hartness, specifically her passive ability, Salem Survivor, which occasionally incorrectly applying barrier multiple times per battle to her Darkhold allies when they drop below 30% health. The intention is that this should only occur once per battle, as the description states. And it did state that 7 months ago when she was released as well. Notable change will occur when this goes live. The current Pestilence Saga will by default be more difficult. The team is compensating by rebalancing the current Pestilence Saga with update functionality. To clarify, these changes went live this past Friday, so that was when the blog post went live, to fix both the Agatha Hartness passive and the rebalancing the Pestilence Saga. And the Rogue Scourge event is coming today. So why did they not fix this previously? Because this was reported 7 months ago when she was released. Why wait till now? Why are they doing this now? Why make the current stuff harder now and not just leave this at this point?
Because the team's unbeatable, and I'm torn on it because, like, yeah, 7 months seems like a lot of time to go back and review a kit like this and to not catch something. But on the other end, I know a lot of people, like, first off, no one that I talked to and that plays this game cared. If anything, they said good because they're struggling with Darkhold or Dormammu and Darkhold still, and this should kind of end some of that. For people that have it on arena defense, on war defense, it would be like nerfing heroes for hire while it was still relevant, which I think we all kind of wanted, right? We were sick of it. I
would have loved that. Same thing. Let's do that with Tangled Web now, not wait 7 months from now.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm hesitant about, like, there's also, if people are going to spend a lot of money, they're going to spend like $200 to buy Tangled Web. I think they should win Cosmic Crucible. They've spent $200. Let them win Cosmic Crucible. At a certain point, if it's destroying game balance, nerfs happen. Like, we might have to kind of deal with that. Like, we've been really fortunate in Marvel Strike Force to have no nerfs for like over 4 years. They talked about doing it.
No major nerfs. There's
been never
little
really
ones here and there. Yeah.
And so, Agatha's getting like fixed to the way she should have been from day one.
I like that. I'm agreeing with you though. I don't like that they waited 7 months for this. It's been a bug. It should have been fixed early on, but it's almost like this is where the team is right now. But
are we just 7 months behind? I think the team is just 7 months behind on everything.
Oh yeah, they were working hard for 7 months to find this. They were trying to replicate this bug. They couldn't replicate it. That's probably what happened, MrHartgrave. You're right. I'm not being fair to them. They've been trying to replicate this for 7 months. They finally fixed it.
You know what, Weaver? 7 months from now, don't worry.
Weaver's bugs that people fighting now, they will finally recreate it 7 months from now and be able to fix this. I was being too harsh on them.
This is why I don't buy new characters, and this is kind of the price of being the tip of the spear, is what they call us. Yeah. People that unlock characters first.
Is that what they call you?
They call you the tip of the spear.
Oh man, okay.
There you go. It's 7 months before a character actually works the way it's supposed to work.
7 months. 7 months.
There
or like Black Bolt, years before he works like he's supposed to.
Buyer beware. Buyer beware. That's
all the time in Marvel Strike. This is Marvel Strike Force. This is a Scopely game. Yeah. So any money you spend, beware, guys. Even and it feels better if you're getting 20% off any of your purchases from Amazon Coins. But let's talk about Avengers Tower.
That was masterful.
Let's talk about Tower Mode. This was it went live and then they stopped it because it went live too early or didn't have the rewards, and then they started up again and then it ended and they kept it going. So we had an extra day to wait for these rewards. So basically we're short these rewards for about 4 days, 5 days. It should have been that much earlier. How much fun did you have? And was it worth it based on the rewards? And what is frightening to me, or not frightening, but is obvious to me, if you look at my rank there, 4,579, I got 2 to 3%. So it appears from this that less and less players are playing the game. What are some of your takeaways from Avengers Tower this time?
Yeah, way less participation. I had fun. I enjoy Tower a lot. And I think every day of the towers on my channel right now, I didn't name them, Tower Day 1, Tower Day 2. I had to disguise them because, like what you're saying is true. People aren't searching for this. Not everybody wants to enjoy this. So people don't search for it on YouTube.
Now, is it because they don't enjoy the game mode, or because the rewards are not really worth the time spent for this?
The reward for me is that I enjoy the game mode, and I don't put a lot of stock in what's here. And what's here isn't bad. That's 2 weeks worth of tier 4s, 2 weeks worth of raids. That's 2 weeks worth of war.
Oh my goodness.
Not bad. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous.
It should not be 2 weeks worth of rewards, but that's kind of sad that it is.
It is. In their economy, those are good rewards. With the exclusion of the Tower Orb is awful. I got top 1%. I opened my 9 Tower Orbs. I got literally nothing.
I don't think I got anything either. And
I would have preferred the orange orbs at 20%. You get more orange orbs. I would have rather had that. I would have rather score. It was actually more beneficial to score lower.
These?
No, go down to the top 20%. You see how you get extra?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, instead of Tower Orbs, those are better. So if you score lower,
and these.
Those are better rewards. You lose 40 tier 4s, you get better rewards.
You're right. I do like those better.
Yeah, I would rather have those. But, so the rewards aside, I find the tower super enjoyable. I take meticulous notes on everything I do on it. I try to get higher each time I do the tower. I didn't even mind the practice tower, the mess up, and they gave us like a trial run because I was really able to get my strategy together for when the main tower came out. And I was able to get to like floor, I think 97 was my highest floor.
Nice.
I didn't get to floor 100. I'm still excited for it to come back again. Maybe next time it comes back. It'll only be 6 months from when it ran, 5 months ago.
If we're on pace, that should be about April of 2023. If they keep
then all
that
the
current
bugs will be
pace. So maybe.
It'll be 7 months. As long as it's 7 months from when it originally came out, all the bugs will be fixed by the time.
Will they change the tower mode, or will it be pretty much the same? And will they change the floors? It looks like the floors are exactly the same as well.
I'm pretty much... Now that I've been up as high as I've been up, it became clear to me they're not changing this tower. It's built to last. Floor 100 is insane. Like, it's not beatable. So maybe the characters that we have, 7 months from now will be able to beat floor 100. And
You'll need Apocalypse to beat that.
I think so. It's pretty insane. Even floor 95, which I struggled on for 3 days, I finally took it down, is awful.
That's where I ended up. 495. That was
495.
That was crazy. That was
it's
a crazy
hard
one.
Stop. Yeah, it's pretty bad. You didn't end up beating it?
No, I saw it on the last day. There was 2 full days that I missed, and I saw it on the last day. I was like, oh, we got an extra hour. Let me try to beat this. I talked to my best teams. Nope. I've taken another really good team. Nope. Those 2 teams lost. I'm not beating this. So the extra day didn't really mean anything for me, except for late rewards is what it meant for me. Because maybe if I win a hybrid team, though, I think I used Darkhold. I was like, oh, they'll beat anything. No, they don't beat that 495 team.
I was able to take it out with Darkhold and Dormammu.
Oh, I don't think I brought Dormammu.
and some luck. They had to play out in just the right way, though. Very, very lucky.
I should have just brought in a hybrid team, but I guess if I didn't miss a day, I would have gotten there and been able to experiment with that.
Hybrid teams didn't work, though. You didn't miss anything. I tried every hybrid there is.
Well, the dorm holds. I brought Darkhold. I didn't bring dorm holds, so.
Scarlet Witch, man. What's she doing?
She's extending buffs. She's extending and giving your team defense up. Come on now. Don't you want that more than revives and stuns and all that stuff? Certain stuff when you're trying to make it more challenging, I think you might. But yeah, if you're trying to win effectively, I think Dormammu's a little better, a lot better.
If you're trying to win, you probably don't want Scarlet Witch.
No, but if you want a challenge, because this is a game that's supposed to be on fun, maybe you do bring in Scarlet Witch. We do the silliest news videos every single time we're talking.
I beat floor 95 and I had Scarlet Witch on the team.
Oh.
No, that would be a flex. I couldn't do it. I tried, man. I'm not that good.
You did 2 million powered Morgan Le Fay for that. Just her own. Just her. 2 million power. All right. But we're talking about these T4s, how it's tragic that this is 2 weeks worth of a war, 2 weeks worth of
look at
raids.
your tier 4s. We gotta loosen up that bottleneck. That's crazy that we're still like short on tier 4s. Like,
yeah, I had over 2,000 for the longest time. I was upgrading pretty much all the important T4s on all the new characters, and now I'm short again. And it didn't help.
All the new characters require all the tier 4s on them, and
all of them, and we got reworks as well. But you know what else didn't help, MrHartgrave? Season after season after season of less T4s from the war rewards, we finally get some communication about that. A number of players inquired that there's an issue with war season rewards payout. The rewards they receive do not match the current rewards listed in the game. Communication was published on September 20th that increased rewards are anticipated to go live in the coming month. And I believe that September 20th was a full season after we were supposed to get this updated, or possibly 2 seasons. So that is a long time, many seasons that this has went by that we've had less and less T4s. Now that I think about it, that's probably where my reduction in T4 started, was these months ago. That's why I have this shortage there. Is anticipated to go live in the coming month. Yeah, not when they made the changes to this, MrHartgrave. Not when they dropped the update like I believe they said they would. But yeah, in the coming months, what players are seeing in the game are the updated rewards. The payout received today was based on the old rewards. What is this trash? Why are they so lazy? We apologize for this confusion. Why can't this be done? I mean, support, they could send out things. Why can't Scopely say, hey, here's your missing T4s for all those seasons of non-giving you the rewards and reducing your rewards. Here's the updated rewards for 4 seasons or 5 seasons or whatever it was. Why can't they just do that instead of publishing this trash? Why did they even publish this, MrHartgrave?
I love your anger on this. It empowers me.
This is horrible. This is so lazy. This is the stupidest response, and they've gotten a lot of stupid responses. This is the stupidest. This is so dumb and so lazy. 4 or 5 seasons of missing war rewards, and they still can't be bothered to do anything else. They apologize for the confusion. Why? Why are they so lazy? Right. You talked to Archangel about his blitzing. Why are they so lazy with this?
All right, I do know the answer to this.
Okay, why?
In the realm of software development, it is customary to wait on the compensation until the issue has been resolved. They have not resolved the issue yet. Honestly, they have no idea when they're going to resolve the issue. So will this come next patch? Will it come next patch? We don't know. Hopefully, once it's finally resolved and we're getting the amount of tier 4s that is intended, we will get compensated for all the back time where we did not. But not until that is fixed.
I hope you're right.
Yeah,
And I hope
they're
that,
not
I
going
hope,
to do it until it's fixed. Though.
and I hope that's something that CM Archangel communicated to you. Says, don't share that with the public. It is like, all right, this is actually what is happening. I hope that's actually what goes down. We get compensated for this months of these seasons and seasons and seasons of reduced rewards. We get compensation for that, and I hope it does come when this finally goes live, because that is trash. If this is the only thing they're gonna do.
That's what's customary. If I had to compensate a bunch of customers for something that went wrong with software, I would wait until we fixed the bug, and then it would be determined, okay, this feature was down for 6 months, then I have to issue 6 months of credit, and I wouldn't issue the credit until it was fixed.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Hopefully it is coming, but it appears that it got fixed because it looks like the current rewards are live in the game. So
okay,
maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're waiting till they get real rewards going. I don't know.
I think because we know how this goes. It could show it's fixed, and then when the rewards come out, it could still be the lesser rewards, and then they're going to have to comp again. I don't think they like snowballing compensation. Like giving you some tier 4s and then it's broken again.
But they also don't like work. They also don't like work either, MrHartgrave. So if they're not going to fix things, they gotta give snowballing compensation to fix these things that keep getting worse and worse and worse. So you gotta either give compensation or stop being so lazy. That is what I think with Scopely. All right, next. We got a new character that became farmable. And I'm not talking about Heartless going into the Arena Orb. I'm talking about Spider-Punk going to the Arena store later today. 975 Arena credits. How awesome is that? Or is it not awesome at all?
That's good. Getting them. I mean, we're going to have a new character in the Orb, which is awful. I think Dagger's price drop is better. I think I actually need dagger shards, and now I'll buy them. At 500 arena credits, that's like my price point. And here's the thing with stuff like this. If you don't like characters going into the Arena Orb, or you don't like them at 975 credits, don't buy them. Vote with your actions. You don't like the way the Elite Red Star promo store works, where we can't get characters out of it. Don't refresh it. Vote with your actions.
I like it. So you're not going to open any orbs in anticipation for Heartless Strange?
Only if I'm very close to his next star level anyways.
That is going to be my next question.
A few shards, then yes. If I need 100, then no. It's too crazy.
How close? What is that threshold for you? Is it at 20? Is it where I'm at, 167 out of 200? I mean, where would that threshold be?
For you, I would do it until you get.
I think I am going to go until I get to the 200. Then I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to do kind of like I did with Dagger.
There's no way you can take him to 7 with the orbs. That's just insane.
No, I don't even have a surplus because I've been buying training mats. So yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with Dagger. I at Dagger, I'm 300 shards away from 5. I'll start buying that at 500 credits. You're probably right around. I think at 150. Anything other than 50
so
shards.
50 is your show. You would push those orbs for the next star level. If it's more than that, that makes sense because I think I'm going to push for this one.
It's situational too. I think for Spider-Punk, I really wanted another star on him because I had 7 red, and Spider-Punk's a daily use character for me in raids. So I think I might have I might have got 70 shards.
Okay.
Out of the Arena Orb,
and then just stopped.
Broke down. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. So yes, wait till later today. Just don't be buying your training mats and all that, and hopefully get some Heartless or Dagger. Hopefully get your Dagger because if you're in the Mystic section, you will need Dagger more than Heartless. All right, next, we got this weird blog post here. We got a whole blog post about an issue with Strike Pass that it was resolved. What the heck? Why did they have to go through this? And with these blog posts, it's not an easy thing to just post something. They got to get it approved. They got to get it translated to many languages. But all this blog post says is some players encountered an issue where the Strike Pass was not making progress. The issue has been resolved, but players need to restart their Marvel Strike Force app. I appreciate the communication. But why was this not done on Reddit or Twitter or something small? Why was this a whole blog post for this?
With the amount of bugs that are in the game right now, thanks to Spider-Weaver and her amazing webs.
Yes.
I think we need a whole new section of the website just for bug communication.
Oh, they already have that. Have you not been to the Scopely website?
But let's
this is
put
a Scopely help desk.
Let's
the
put
issues.
this, like,
the issues are here. The issues are
take
here.
all of this and put it right up front. I think we need to be really transparent about all this stuff.
Yeah.
And put it right next to the
It's
blog.
not updated either. Some of these have been fixed, and there's no and some of these compensation actually went out, and nothing is being tracked that, oh, if this was fixed, this was broken in this date, fixed on this date, compensation went out on this date. That's what I wanted this site to be, but it is not there. So
I think it should be that. And stop putting it in the blog area, because we should have we have some good blogs now. I don't even want to call them blogs. I want to call them developer notes.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd like to see this move towards
it's something to change.
notes.
It can't be a blog. It's a note because it's something to change. But here's what my issue with posting so many things in this section. There's only archived for a certain amount of these blog posts. So every time they do a new blog post, one of the more important blog posts gets pushed out of the queue. So we got one that probably had a lot of information on it that got pushed out of the queue that we cannot access anymore unless we have the direct link because of this blog post. So Scopely, put it all in the same website. Use this support site on the Scopely website. It's already built. Customer service already interacts with this. Just keep it updated and make sure every time the issue is resolved, that gets noted. Every time compensation is sent out, get that noted. And have a list of everything that is still ongoing and compensation hasn't been sent out for. Make this a lot easier to use. But I like that idea that you've proposed with that.
Yeah, get it on Front Street. Stop squirreling it away on a back site and then ignoring it.
Yeah, that's why. Hopefully your boy RJ can get that done for us.
Like this could sound unreasonable, but people spend a lot of money on this game. The least you can do is be transparent about the bug and what's going on with it. I don't care when you fix it.
The least they can do is what they're doing now.
Yeah, right.
A few months ago, it was nothing. They did nothing before, so at least I do like their communication, but they can step that up even more.
We know it's going to take you 7 months to fix it. Just let us know that it's on your radar.
Yes.
It's all good.
All right, are you ready for some Datamines?
Let's go.
All right, yeah, I know you know what they are, and I know you sound disappointed. First thing, Mr. Negative, this actually went live in the game, but the second thing I want to talk about is Night of the Spider, the recruitment method for Spider Noir, who unfortunately is a part of that evil, dirty Tangled Web team. Heroes for Hire is not my most hated team anymore. It is Tangled Web. Tangled Web freaking sucks. All right, but you could recruit him and earn future shock progress, which may not matter after this trashy Blitz event, at least for me. And the way to get that, you need to win in Cosmic Crucible, 3-day milestone. Winning in Cosmic Crucible with all these trashy, evil defensive teams. How hard is that, Mr. Hartgrave? How hard is it to get all the wins of full clears now?
I've full cleared every time, except I think out of the whole time that we've done Cosmic Crucible, there's only been one room that's ever stopped me, maybe two. Fully.
Okay. I think I've gotten full clears on most of my battles. There may be 2 or 3 that I'm not. Today's one I'm not full clearing because of that Gamma team. But yeah, I think I'm going to pull a lot of my defense, save everything for offense, and just put minimal stuff to make sure that I could maybe not win the battles, but at least full clear every room to get the points for this. Are you going to do something similar, or is your offense solid enough that you don't even have to worry about these wins?
I probably don't have to worry too much. There's a couple of things here. So I suggest that people do not push that hard on Cosmic Crucible if you cannot clear all your rooms. If you're not clearing all your rooms, then I would try to manage your matchmaking by not winning. Maybe throw around to make sure that you stay at a level where you can clear all your rooms. Second off, we can call for the community. I mean, we do have full control over this community. We can reduce our defenses.
I think I'm going to do that anyway.
We can do it anyways, and that's what we should be doing.
I have some for offense.
Yeah, we should all be pulling back from our defenses, saving some extra for offense, and making sure that we can clear this. The last time they did this, you could beat this in 2 rounds of Cosmic Crucible and then do whatever you wanted for the 3rd round. So the last time we ran this, it was
only
perfectly
says
reasonable.
this one, if the Datamines are correct, only 3 days. So that's a weird one.
What?
I guess it's gonna be running during the exact days of Cosmic Crucible, and we have to hope that it starts on time and hope that it ends on time, which is a big stretch for Scopely. But yeah, it's 3 days. They don't have a lot of windows for this.
Yeah, the Cosmic Crucible's 3 days. It runs for that's fine.
All right, it works. It works. Next thing we have to do for this.
Like, if it's like last time, you can beat it in 2 days.
All right, I hope that's correct. I hope I'm not stressing over nothing.
I think it's gonna be nothing.
Okay, I hope you're correct, because
hopefully the community will reduce your defense, guys. Like, there's going to be I think a lot of content creators are going to tell you this, and we're going to start right now. Just reduce your defense. Understand that everybody that plays this game also plays Marvel Strike Force. We're all in this together. We all deal with the same kind of stuff. Just keep in mind that, we don't want to push the other guy down to push ourselves up, right? I don't, at least.
Well, in Crucible, sort of.
I don't look
it's
at
a
it
battle.
that way,
It's
though.
a battle. We're supposed to be battling.
No, then we're gonna lose. The real battle is us against Boundless and Scopely.
That should be the battle. That's not, but that should be the battle, Mr. Hartgrave.
I'm not fighting people that are low income like myself. I fight millionaires.
That's a better solution. Now, other than fighting our millionaires and stuff like that, we also have to do more blitzing with this hard-boiled milestone. Rack up the points by winning blitz. More points for using unlimited X-Men characters, and even more. We're at 5 stars. Is your unlimited X-Men team at 5 stars right now? I don't think I have 2 of them at 5 stars.
This one's gonna be this is a quick rumble blitz, right? I think that's what that is.
Is this a quick rumble blitz?
I think so. And
right, never mind. That's not that
yeah,
bad.
I've done quick rumble blitzes without all my characters maxed out, and it takes like an extra couple of rotations to work it out. It's not that bad.
Okay, I hope this is the quick rumble blitz. If it is, not that crazy. Next is battling raids. This is daily web milestone. Usually these raid ones are very easy to hit. More points for that. So do you see anything you get excited about or upset about with this? I think this is just blah.
I really hope that the raids thing isn't I think they've learned their lesson on that. It's been a long time since we've seen an event. Like, I think the last raid event we had was very open. It was like just win raids. Sometimes in the past, they've been like, you can only use tangled webs in raids. Like, how awful would that be?
I mean, if we had the Ultimates raids back, it wouldn't matter. We could use them on every node, but now we're in these restrictive nodes with Bio and Mutant and all that. Yeah, they can't do something like that. So
they did it where only Spider-Verse characters counted for the points. That would be, and I would think that they would do that. Except I think we've turned that corner, but there's no.
I thought we turned the corner on blitzing, but then we got this trashy blitz event that's going on right now.
I had to apologize for that, because sometimes I get positive and then they do this, and then I get so negative.
Hey, at least you got Archangel the blitz with us, so hopefully it continues for the whole 7 days.
Only way to make myself feel better about it, and I hope my community as well, because like at least we got one of them doing it too. Yeah. At
least the devs are now, or at least one of the devs are now playing the game.
There you go.
And we got a bunch of these evidence. Can you find the evidence? It looks like there's going to run new evidence things for all 7 days. Is this something that we should be worrying about right now or paying attention to, or is this
oh my god,
just some kind of easy thing?
No, I'm devastated right now. All the clues are out.
All the clues are out.
Can you send those to me, please?
Yeah.
I'm so upset. I'm gonna do a whole thing on my channel about that, and it was kind of relying upon it not all being data leaked, and I begged them to fix. No, it's all out now.
Oh well. New
well,
content for you.
I can shoot
I don't have these. These are right on the Mini Ball site, so you can look them up.
This is ridiculous.
All right.
Why is this happening? Why can't they tighten this up, that this doesn't go out like this? And this isn't information that's going to help you. This is like basically the script for my channel for the next week.
All right, so some hints, guys. If you want to see what's coming up on Hartgrave's channel, just check out these Datamines here. That's all we'll discuss with these. Let's move on to the next thing here. And I talked to you earlier. You said you did not see Werewolf by Night, so let me just give some spoiler warnings here, guys. I did see it. I'll give you some general thoughts, and then we're going to talk about She-Hulk episode 8. So if you have not seen Werewolf by Night and not seen She-Hulk episode 8, spoiler warning right now, starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to try to do this without any spoilers, but I really enjoyed this show. Unfortunately, I thought this was a series, so I was looking forward to the next week, and then it ended. I'm like, all right, when's the next episode? Like, oh crap, it's just that one. So I think that's my most disappointed, but this is a very, very good show. One of the better shows that I've seen on Disney Plus Marvel-wise for a while. But let's talk about this show that you have seen, episode 8 of She-Hulk. There is the big spoiler warning that I wanted people to be aware of. Daredevil in his yellow costume. What did you think of this battle, and what did you think of the aftermath of what happened at the end of the episode, and what's that's leading to in tonight's episode 9, which we are not discussing in this video?
Yeah, I love this episode. I love the more lighthearted Daredevil. I think many people were upset about the more lighthearted Daredevil, which I think is ridiculous, because if you look at Daredevil comics, other than like when Frank Miller was writing him, or maybe a few other writers, Daredevil was a little lighter in tone. He wasn't the Punisher. And I did like the Netflix series that had the Punisher, where they took Daredevil to that darker place. Yeah. But what I didn't like was like season 1 of Daredevil, where he wasn't lighthearted. He wasn't the Punisher. He was like in between and very boring, in my opinion. He wasn't on either extreme. He was kind of in the middle, and I don't know. I really enjoy it pushed to either one of the extremes. Either pushed him full insane, Punisher-like, or push him over here, lighthearted and more comedic. And I think the actor's very good at both of those extremes. But in the middle, it's literally the middle. It's boring.
All right, so no gray areas, just black and white, either one area, one extreme or the other.
I like that for Daredevil. I think, and I know he kind of lives in a gray area of the law and whatnot, but I think that makes it more exciting if he's picking a side.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, in entertainment, that's what you want, right? You don't want the ordinary and the mundane. You want the extreme for your bad guys. You want your extreme for your good guys, and whatever direction, as long as they take it something.
Like in season 2 of Daredevil, he went to the extreme and he learned a lesson. He was like, "Oh, I should not murder people." You know, I probably shouldn't be like the Punisher. I'm going a little far.
Now, what do you think they're going to have some kind of interaction later? They're both lawyers. They're on opposite coasts, but they're superhero lawyers with the same fashion designer. Do you think they'll have some kind of interaction later on in the MCU?
Oh, I love the dig on the old yellow suit too, because if you don't know, this is how Daredevil started off.
And his original costume,
yeah, it's awesome. I don't know if they're going to do a continued love interest thing. I don't think so. I think this is just a one-off.
She-Hulk has many love interests.
Yeah,
many.
I don't think it's a long-term thing.
All right,
He's empowered now.
And I haven't really talked to you too much about She-Hulk. How are you enjoying this series compared to some other of the Disney Plus series that have been released? Specifically, Miss Marvel.
Yeah, we haven't seen how it ended yet. Miss Marvel did not connect with me, and and great for the people that it did, but it didn't connect with me. So
is She-Hulk connecting with you?
Yeah, very much,
far.
And my family. Like, I really this is like the best show to watch with your family so far. Even though it does get a little.
There's some raciness with some of her dates and some of her texts and that end credit scene in episode 1 about Captain America.
A little bit, but I still my kids are around 13, so I think they're all right at this point.
My kids are on 10. I had to have them close their eyes on some of the scenes. In some of the episodes, I'm like, oh, close your eyes, guys.
But yeah, for a young adult, like, it's weird. Like, yeah, I think this is resonating more with my kids than Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel did not hit with them at all. Like, they just weren't, even though that's about a kid, closer to their age, they're more in tune with the way She-Hulk kind of views the world. Her worldview is more what their worldview is, as opposed to Miss Marvel, which is, I don't know what that.
She's a stronger character. I mean, I think that was evident in the very first episode when she goes right into that battle, changes back into Jennifer, goes right back to her court case, where someone like Miss Marvel would be like, oh no, what's going on? I don't know what to do. And she'd be running out of room, be all, I think that's where you're getting that resonation with, because kids want to be strong. They don't want to be that weaker character like Miss Marvel was. So,
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe.
want,
I mean, it's just a theory. Maybe, I don't know. Everybody's
no,
different.
I think so. You want to gravitate towards a protagonist that has qualities that you aspire to, not someone who's necessarily like. I think maybe when you're older, you like cautionary tales. You like to see people, make mistakes or whatnot.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that. I don't know. It's also just a better show. Like, just hands down, this is a better show. It's better written. It's better directed. The directing in the first episode of Miss Marvel was phenomenal, and then it went downhill from there. Like, it's like they put a bunch of money into episode 1 and had all this creative direction, and then in episode 2 forward, it's like they did none of that stuff, which was very disappointing to me. Whereas this is very consistent, episode to episode, big set pieces, big actors. It looks like it has a consistent production throughout. Really like the villain in this episode, the frog.
Oh, you like that guy?
Rip it and ribbit, man. Yeah, he was actually one of my a character that I knew from comics when I was a little kid. He was in a couple comics that I remember vividly. And so it was really awesome to see such
I didn't know about him as a kid. So it's like, who is this? Who is this guy?
Yeah, he's legit, man. He was in the comics back in the day.
So hype level for the last episode, today's episode. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Super hyped or not very hyped?
I think 10, man. My kids were
10.
raging at the end of this episode. At the end of this episode, my kids were jumping up and down on the couch. They were screaming. They could not believe it was over. They're very upset this is the last episode. They're not getting over it.
All right, predictions for the main bad guy. Is it Kingpin? Is it Abomination? Is it someone else that we haven't seen before? Who do you think is going to be the main bad guy that orchestrated that whole plot to make her angry and hacked her phone, stole her blood? Who is behind all of that?
I think I have some spoilers, but it might not be an indication of who's actually the bad guy or not.
Okay. Well, if you know, like really know, don't say it. But if it's just a guess, then
it is kind of a guess. I mean, do you want me to tell you what I saw?
If it was in a trailer that we saw before episode.
I just sometimes I'm looking through the internet and a picture comes out and it hits you and you're just like, well, I can't unsee that.
All right. Well, let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments, because it feels like MrHartgrave knows a little more than he should. I don't want to just ruin it for anybody. So let me know your comments if you haven't seen episode 9. If you've already seen episode 9, don't leave a comment though. But that is about it, guys. That is all we got. A lot of stuff going on in Marvel Strike Force. Not all of it very positive. Some of it kind of depressing, but hopefully things are turning around. I mean, they fixed the bug from 7 months ago. Hopefully there's more bug fixes on the way, MrHartgrave. I know you got a few videos to put out there. I know you got some gamma counters, some Tangled web counters. Let everybody know where they could find you and if you have anything going on that you want to promote.
Yeah, excellent. Sounds good. So you can always find me on YouTube. Just search for MrHartgrave. I should come up. If you got to put in the words Marvel Strike Force, that might help it. We're on Twitch live every Wednesday and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this weekend, Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a Gamers Outreach Spookathon fundraiser stream balance PvP tournament with Dorky Dad. Me and Dorky Dad are co-hosting.
I was supposed to be on that, but the times got mixed up. I think it was supposed to be on a Monday, and I was like, yeah, I'm available all those Mondays, and then it turned out to be on Saturday. I got a tournament coming up this Saturday, so make sure you check out the stream with Hartgrave and Dorky Dad. It's all of that is going to a good cause, and then later, probably Sunday, I'll release my matches that I had on Saturday. I know some of you guys enjoy that as well, so make sure you give MrHartgrave a subscription. The links are at his Twitch and his YouTube are down below, and I will see you guys next time. Are you ready for this awesome fist bump, MrHartgrave?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, and if you guys haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and give me that fist bump before you go, MrHartgrave. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin Hartgrave out. Have a great rest of your day, guys.